The Libra full moon embodies the primordial message of a full moon: balance. So the Libra full moon arrives on April 16th at 26 degrees of Libra and 45 minutes. There are a lot of compelling layers I want to share about this Libra full moon. But first, let's start off with the basics. Libra full moon always arrives during Aries season, like I said, providing the counterbalance to the season at hand. That's how all full moons work. But Aries season is the time of year that celebrates the vital spark of life. It's a time where we want to lean into our independence, lean into the impulse of just doing us, of just doing our thing. Like, what is it about our path that is vital for us to be doing and showing up for? But the Libra full moon is here to remind us that no one is an island. No one is an island. We can't always do it ourselves. Libra full moon reminds us that there is an art to compromise. There is an art to negotiating because actually our survival depends on it. The whole reason we've built a society, the whole reason we have built cultures that continue to perpetuate is our ability to be diplomatic and to negotiate. And of course, you need the Aries qualities too. We need that. But Libra provides the counterpose, the refinement to the brazenness, being able to listen and negotiate and see if there's a way we can get everyone on board with the same plan. Because when we all work together, we can do so much more. And I know Aquarius shares a lot of those attributes too, but this is the air. This is the air element: intellect, reason, intelligence. These are things that we utilize as human beings to build civilization and to create progress, because otherwise we'd just be all out for ourselves, wouldn't we? So the Libra full moon definitely highlights themes around balance and harmonization. We might also see significant relationship themes along the sign of Libra. But what complicates this Libra full moon, Libra wants to create harmony, wants to create balance, wants to make things beautiful. But we have this contentious square with Pluto. And we've been talking a lot about Pluto this year, haven't we? We had the Venus retrograde stationing in a square, or no, in a conjunction with Pluto. We had Mercury with Pluto. We're about to have another round of Mercury with Pluto. There's just a lot of Pluto. And if you're here in the United States with me, then we're in our Pluto return. So there's a whole big theme going on about death and rebirth of this country, with a significant emphasis on finance, which I want to get to in a moment. But on a personal level, there could be some significant excavations that we are engaging in at this time, because if we want to have peace, if we want things to actually flow harmoniously, there may be something we need to excavate. The Libra tendency to place a pretty veneer on something, to make it seem like everything is polished and presentable and just perfect, while underneath it might not be the case. But the Libra tendency is to not create discord. So to put on a pretty presentation and a veneer is sort of the go-to at times. Pluto says that's not going to work right now. You can't just put a bunch of plants in front of the crack in the wall. We need to get down to the studs. There's something that we want to make beautiful, but we have to burn it down first and get to the heart of it. And so maybe there's something about in order to achieve the level of harmony we crave while we're sort of blazing our own path through life, Aries season, there's something that we have to dig up. There's something that we have to face. Maybe it's a box of shadows of some kind, something that is sort of creating an element of rot in the way of the beauty and the flow that we're trying to achieve here on our path. So there's definitely going to be some complications with that Pluto, but hopefully through the art of negotiation and recognizing that there's give and take and balance, maybe that can assist us somehow. This theme is likely to also show up in the realm of relationships or in a particular relationship. So that's something to definitely watch for. Now, the other complex layers about this Libra full moon that I wanted to share, they have everything to do with that Pluto. As I already started to mention, we are in our Pluto return here in the United States. There could be some significant developments there. Our natal Pluto in the United States chart is in the second house of finance. We have huge financial themes going on right now. Specifically, there's student loans, a lot of pressure to cancel those or do something about that. There's also the massive wealth inequalities, the dismal future of a middle class person, the dismal looking future of people my age starting to build a life. Like, there's a lot of financial problems here. The exorbitant cost of healthcare, to name a few more. So there's a lot of issues on the table that we hope to see some developments in as we move through this Pluto return. This full moon is likely going to spotlight that Pluto return in a big way. We know that on the first day of the Pluto return, that's when Russia invaded Ukraine. And United States being like this big, mighty superpower of the world, we're still kind of waiting, like that conflict isn't over. Hopefully we don't see more developments there, like a need for us to get more involved, but we'll see. If we're following patterns, it's something worth watching. It's worth it to note too that in the Aries ingress for the United States, which I'd wanted to do a video on it, but if you want to hear more, my thoughts on the Aries ingress, you can tune into Energetic Principles, where myself and the host, Melissa LaFera, we go into the Aries ingress chart for the United States. So if you want to do that, check that out. It's in the Aries season episode right at the beginning. The moon is at this degree in Libra. It's at 29 degrees Libra. So this full moon is going to activate that. And in that ingress chart, the Libra full moon does rule the people, and it also rules the second house of finances. So we are going to see more themes around finances. Should be noted that this Libra full moon is ruled by Venus, just entered Pisces. We are in a big topic of inflation right now. So we could see more developments there. The last layer is also related to the United States because this full moon activates Vice President Kamala Harris's natal full moon. Hers is in Aries. So she's a Libra sun and born on an Aries full moon. Exactly opposite. This full moon is going to ignite her natal configuration, which is being transited by that Pluto in a Pluto return while she is like a head of state right now. So I'm still waiting to see how this Pluto return, what her involvement will be, but we may expect to see some developments around this full moon there in terms of making the unfolding of her role a little bit more clear. So these are things to watch for on the mundane level, on the world stage. But yeah, Pluto, man. We're doing more excavating, I guess. And I guess now's the time to do it. Why not? May it be cathartic. May it be healing. May it feel good for you to get that stuff out, whatever it is that needs to come out, so that we can have a greater sense of flow and peace and harmony in our lives. So that's a little bit about the Libra full moon. And thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in with me today. Book your next astrology reading with me by visiting my website, where you can also sign up for my newsletter and stay up to date on courses, events, and new articles. Bye.